Alrighty. It's Wednesday morning.
Chris, what are you doing out in the dark on a Wednesday morning?
I'm going to work. I don't want to. I don't know why I always just, yeah, I'll do it. No, I guess, I got nothing else to do but sleep. Yeah, my Wednesday dude is at the beach with his fam. And so I thought maybe, because this would normally be, oh, no, it wouldn't. Anyway, I thought his normal relief would be my relief today. And so I reached out and asked if they would. I didn't assume it. I just kind of, in my head I did, but I didn't assume it with them. Asked if they were my relief today, and it took a while to get a response. And then when I did, it was no, we're at the beach. So 2 people on consecutive shifts are at the beach, and I didn't know who was my relief after that. I mean, I could have done some digging around in my emails, I guess. But anyway, so I thought I'd ask them to come in early, and so since it's not them, I didn't ask anyone to come in early. But that was the impetus to get my father using an alarm clock. Boom, boom, boom. So instead of the one in his room that I'm not familiar with, other than to just set the time, because I've tried his alarm before and it didn't work. I don't remember what exactly wasn't working with it, but we didn't get an alarm out of it. So I took the one out of my room, tested it even, put it in his room, and put it at a place where he's got easy access to it and the cord. And I said, Dad, don't try to turn it off, just unplug it. Because if you try to turn it off, God only knows what will happen. Because there's little buttons and whatever. So I said, just unplug it. It's easy to reset. I'll just reset it, and we'll do it again the next time we need an alarm, which will be Friday morning. So yeah. Anyway, that's a little bit of what's different today. But other than leaving work and getting him to dialysis, that all's the same. Don't think I have any errands to run today. I may mull things over and see if there's enough that I need from Walmart to go ahead and do a Walmart trip, since I'm not going to the grocery store today. I'd love to just do the grocery store once a week, but I just can't. I can't get everything to last a week, because so much of what I get is produce, and it'll go bad before the week's up. But I think I've finally settled on just the schedule of Mondays and Fridays I go to the grocery store. Sounds a little silly, but it's kind of what I've been doing without really even planning on it. So I figure let's just make this the plan. Between his fresh fruit every morning and salad every night, my salad every night, berries quite often, not as much as I used to, but I'll get back to that. But just need produce a couple times a week. Meat, it's a different matter. Sometimes you can't get everything at once. I hate getting it and freezing it and thawing it 2 or 3 days later. But if you're getting ground beef, it's only going to be a couple of days before it's at its sell-by date. So anyway, so no grocery store, but maybe Walmart. I don't think I really have any other errands to do. Still waiting on my Victoza, my prescription medicine that apparently is so popular you can't get it anywhere. But that's the way it goes. Sorry, a little distracted there. Guy was watching me and not watching what was going on. So anyway, I'm at work. I'll see you. Okay, so just a second ago, part of my distraction was the fact that there is nobody here. Very unusual for me to be the very first one in the parking lot. And then I looked at the clock and it's 4:32. And I don't know what the hell time I left the house, but I don't usually leave the house till 4:30. So I either forgot to do something at home. I know Friday mornings takes a little more time for me to get ready because I strip my bed and put it in the washing machine, which I didn't do today. But I did spend a little more time in bed on my phone because of knowing that I didn't need the time to do my sheets. I don't know. I'm still wrapping my leg up from my 3 or 4 week old burn. It's just kind of nasty, and I don't want to hear it from people. And I would if I left it exposed, but and keeping it covered and moist and whatever at this point is probably a good idea. So anyway, that was my distraction a little while ago. Just thought I would explain myself that I was distracted by the fact that nobody's here, and it's I'm like 12 minutes early for work. No, 10 minutes. Anyway, see ya. Alrighty. The Padre is at dialysis. The alarm, it worked. It went off at its designated time, which now I don't even remember what time I had it set for. The only problem is he got up and unplugged it like he was supposed to, but he went back to bed like he wasn't supposed to. So what's the fucking point of setting an alarm if you're just going to turn it off and go back to bed? So I don't know. I'm going to have to keep beating him over the head with it, I guess, until he gets the point that he's got to get up, because we're working towards a time when I'm not going to be the one there to get him breakfast. And it's not fair to ask somebody that's helping to stand there and wait, or to wake you up, get you up. You need to get up and get out there. Like, I understand he's not in his right mind, so to speak. But even when he was, he still does what the fuck he wants. I mean, that was something my mother used to say, is like, nobody tells Walt Davis what to do. And that's been his problem his whole fucking life. So anyway, so yeah, the alarm worked and it didn't at the same time. So we'll see what happens, because I'm going to do it again Friday. And he's just going to have to get used to it and comply, or he's going to be late to dialysis. And I guess, well, no, he won't go. I won't be taking him to dialysis. So, I mean, I'll always be taking him to dialysis. The person, Sarah, who's going to help, won't be taking him to dialysis. So, trying to make life easier. Uh-oh. What do you know about that? That hadn't happened in a minute. So, anyway, I'll talk to you later. All right, I got my drink and some scratch offs, and I'm going to try this again. We'll see if my phone lasts a little longer this time. I don't think I had it in there as well. Clearly, I didn't have it in there as well as I thought I did. Oh gosh, I hate pulling out of this place too. So I don't really have any errands. I did think about Walmart, but there's just not enough that I need that is compelling me to go. So I won't. I'm going to go home and get some cardio done before I got to go pick up my father. And maybe if I get enough done, I can go ahead and take a little nap before I go. So my shoulder is really bothering me. I don't know if or what I did specifically. I say if or what I did. I don't know if it's something that I did, or it's clearly it's something I did. That's a silly thing to say. I don't know if it was exercise, or I did something different just in everyday stuff. So it wasn't yesterday. I guess it was the day before, and I had done, pull exercises, which that day I think were mostly pull downs. That didn't feel great, but I wasn't really impaired in any way. But when I got on the rower yesterday, it must have been Sunday, not yesterday. Anyway, whatever day it was, it's been a minute. I got on the rower yesterday to give it a shot, and it was almost the shortest row I've ever done. 26 seconds. And I was like, nope, this ain't going to work. A sharp stabbing pain that I didn't take enough reps to try to pinpoint where the pain is. I can say without shadow of a doubt, 100% certainty, that when we're talking about my right shoulder, when the right shoulder went bad and ended up needing surgery in 2008, I think it was May of 2008, I had my first shoulder surgery, the biggest of the two. The 2015 surgery wasn't as extensive as the 08 one. But I will say that of the things that I was impaired in doing with that 08 shoulder surgery, rowing wasn't one of them. Well, at the time I wasn't rowing the way I'm rowing now. Row movements, row whatever, resistance. Because the day of my surgery, I went to the gym. I didn't have the home gym I have. So I was actually at the gym and did my back. I did pull downs and rows and any other things you would normally do for back day. So it's not the same. I hope it's not to this extent that the injury or breakdown was before. But I tried to move it around as much as I could today at work in therapeutic ways. I didn't use any kind of resistance. I probably need to get some resistance bands out and do some rotator exercises, but I'm not convinced it's my rotator. So I'm not having rotator issues, but I can get a good pop if I whip it back like that. I don't know. Who knows what the hell it is? That said, I did not try to ski. And maybe I should try skiing today, see if that works any better. But I just felt like maybe for a few days I let my cardio be leg-based, shall we say. In other words, bike, elliptical, or treadmill. Don't want to, but at this point I feel like it's the prudent thing to do. So I will. We'll go from there and see what happens. I did a big cardio session the other day without rower or ski and ended up doing all three. Like half hour on the treadmill, 45 minutes on the elliptical, and then a half hour on the bike. I don't really want to do all that again today, but I might, just for fun, I guess. I also am reluctant to do anything else that may further aggravate whatever it is going on in my shoulder, because I'd love to be doing some kettlebell stuff too, but I just feel like now's not the time to do that. So my options are limited. Having gotten up early for work this morning, I may just take it easy, get my minimums in, which I guess today will just be 45 minutes on the elliptical and then 30 minutes of something else later. After I pick Walt up, I'll do this do a 30-minute something, or maybe 45 then. But 45 one time, pick him up 30 later. Not really sure which I'll do or in what order I'll do it. The Euro 2024 games today are not super compelling to me. I know Portugal's probably one of the favorites. I think they're winning their group. They just have a couple of players I just can't stand to even look at. I know that sounds a little extreme. I don't like Ronaldo at all. He doesn't bother me that much unless he's giving that look to the referees like, hey, don't you know who I am? I'm supposed to get that call. That's kind of annoying. But also Bruno Fernandes, who they pronounce his name differently, saying that's how you do it in Portuguese. Well, I don't know. It's spelled and looks like Fernandez to me, and so I'm just going to leave it at that. They do Fernandes or something. I don't know what they say. But he's just a punk, and he has an even worse whiny bitch face than Ronaldo. And I just he's the one. I just can't even stand to look at him. Chelsea used to have a player like that, and Diego, what was his name? Anyway, I used to always say this about him, and now I'm saying it about Bruno, who plays for Man United when he's not representing his country. But if I saw him on the street, I'd have to punch him. I would absolutely have to either try to break his nose or just punch him square in the jaw, right on the chin. I don't know why. I don't know. It's the look on his face. It's the entitlement in his actions. Just drives me nuts. So anyway, I shouldn't let strangers get to me that way, but I do. The gym was quiet this morning, early. My friend Henry was back. Haven't seen him in about 3 weeks, so it was good to see him. He had an extended trip, which he likes to travel, and his travels are usually pretty extraordinary. And so I asked him what was next, and he said that he and his wife, who I just love the both of them, that they'd been discussing two options. One is a tour of Southeast Asia, Cambodia, Laos, Vietnam. What's the other one he mentioned? I don't know. Anyway, that or Turkey, as we all know it. That they're now saying they prefer it to be pronounced Turkey. I thought, wow, man. That's two pretty good choices. Neither one of those would be something I would choose to see, except for the fact that he has already seen most of the places that I would want to see. In fact, he's been to London multiple times, loves it, and so I always tell him how jealous I am of that. But he has been pretty much all over the world, except for these two places. I don't remember. I want to say he did go to Africa, but I think it was just Egypt, but I don't remember. Anyway. Something else today that I came across, which I think I'd heard before, but I did a little more looking into on it today, a little more reading on it. That Abner Doubleday, widely credited with being the inventor of baseball, in fact did not. I shouldn't say in fact. Most historians, writers, researchers believe he did not invent baseball. If anything, it became prominent as a variation on a game played in Britain, which is not entirely surprising, but their game that they called Rounders is quite similar to what we call baseball. It almost sounds like maybe Rounders and cricket were kind of cousins, and baseball is maybe like a distant cousin. But it wasn't Abner Doubleday. He was not in Cooperstown at the time that supposedly this happened, which would be, and yes, Cooperstown is where the Hall of Fame is, and it's there because supposedly Abner Doubleday created baseball in Cooperstown. So not only did he not create or invent baseball, he didn't do it there. At the time, he was actually in West Point, New York, not Cooperstown. It doesn't matter. In the grand scheme of things, it's irrelevant. It's just a very common myth that most people have bought. And there's probably more things like that. Like, like the myth that we have to have an 80-year-old president. Anyway, that's all for now. I am obviously procrastinating because I'm enjoying my soda and the air conditioning in the truck is good. I mean, it's good in the house too, but I'm enjoying my soda. But I gotta pee, so I guess I'm gonna go in the house now. See ya. Alrighty, here we go. Back to pick up El Padre. I hope he was able to find the Euro 2024 on TV. I feel bad for Americans who aren't willing to find the beauty in a 0-0 draw. Trust me, it's there. I guess you just have to appreciate football to appreciate a game like that. Countries fighting for their pride, especially a country that is, shall we say, currently war-torn. Ukraine and Belgium. That was a good match. That was a good group. Group D, I think it was. Anyway, I decided to just kind of take it easy. I mean, I did my 45 minutes of cardio and did some good stretching, which I needed badly. But I spent some time just listening to the podcast and did some scratch offs I got, and yeah, just kind of relaxed. So it's hot as hell outside. I don't know if I'm gonna go back out later or not. I guess I need to. I say I need to only because I'm fat. I don't really need to. As far as my minimum requirements for myself, I've done that. So I don't know. We'll see. Sometimes you can really sit here for a while at this damn intersection. God dang it. They have talked for years about putting a light here. And I'm a little reluctant to say they need to. And then I come up here and sit like I'm sitting here. Here we go. Yay! So this week I've been incorporating some old ab exercises I haven't done in ages. And it occurred to me this morning that I'm actually quite sore. Because I did plan on doing some ab stuff today, but the couple of things I wanted to do, I just kind of gave it a little bit of a try and realized that I was sore in the area that I would be targeting. So I felt like that probably wasn't the best idea. So I just decided to not do it. And like I said, my cardio and stretching was good enough for now. So anyway, thanks. See ya.